Video 2, I'm going to teach Izzy how to shake a paw. We're going to start off with the dog sitting in front of you, and I've got a nice treat in my hand, and the start of this exercise is to bring the treat down, let Izzy have a little smell, hold the treat up and say, paw. Now she's tried to raise the paw, which I'm pleased with, so I've clicked and I will reward her for that. So again, coming in, show her the treat, take it down and say, paw. And I want her to touch, yes, good girl, my hand to receive the treat with a paw. So again, moving on, bringing my hand in, paw, no, paw, good girl, and rewarding for bringing the paw up. Now you did notice that she touched my hand with the nose. I would not reward her for that because we don't want that to be part of the trick. The trick's got to be just the paw being placed in my hand and then rewarding for that behaviour. So again, I've got treat in my hand, taking the hand down, paw, paw, yes, good girl, and rewarding. Now this time, I'm going to do it without having a treat in my hand. I'm going to try and keep my hand a little higher so she's reaching to actually touch my hand with a paw. So starting off, paw, paw, yes, good girl, and treat, good girl, that was very nice. Going in again, Izzy, Izzy, watch me, Izzy, ready, paw, paw, yes, good girl. And the aim is to try and get Izzy's paw to rest a little bit longer in my hand. Paw, good girl. So the start of the trick is for Izzy to raise her paw up, to put her paw into my hand and to shake that paw. And that is a nice little trick for you to do with your dogs. As I say, she touches with her nose on your hand, just ignore it and just continue to work with the paw, touching your hand, clicking and rewarding. Hello, video 2, how to teach your dog to do a bow. To start with, we want our dog to be stood up in front of us. We don't want him sitting or lying down. We want to be in front so we can guide the treat we're going to lure him or her with down to the floor. The exercise of this trick is to get the dog's elbows onto the floor and the back end above to form a bow or a curtsy. So to start with, Izzy stand. We're trying to get her to stand, and then we're taking the treat down slowly and we're going to try and get her to hit the floor with her elbows but remaining with an arched back from front to back. And we're doing it very gradually. So again, stand is, bow, and now that's lovely. I didn't expect that, but that's worked really well. So again, bringing in with your hand the food towards his nose, make a stand, and then dipping down, and those shoulders should go down, elbows on the floor, bottom up. And that's a lovely bow, and that's what we're after. Now, there are some problems. Sometimes your dog will go flat. If that happens, what you can do is two things. The first one being, you can actually put your hand underneath your dog's belly, if they don't mind. Again, bring the treat in, slowly down to the floor, and supporting the back end, you can see how we're starting to get that bow. So we'll try again. Good girl, Izzy. Come round, darling. So again, treat, bringing it down, arm just gently underneath. Now, Izzy's not that keen on anybody touching the belly. So another way around this is to actually use a platform. Now, for bigger dogs, a platform could be twice the size of this. Or for smaller dogs, you can use a book to actually get them to stand on. And what this does, it brings the back end up and the bottom end of the dog's shoulders goes down. So I'm getting my treats. I've got Izzy on the platform. I'm bringing her off, guiding her off, luring with my treat. So she's just got 2 back legs on there. And gradually I'm going to bring that treat down. And you can see how she's going into that bow. Those elbows are dropping onto the floor and the bottom is going up. So again, treat on Izzy's nose, bringing it down. Nope, she's gone down, so we're not going to reward that. Bow. Yes, good girl. And that's the cue. The word is bow. And we know that the behaviour, the trick will be finished when Izzy can do that on the cue. Bow. Good girl. Bow. Yes, good girlie. Jackpot. Well done. So try this. Take your time. Remember to use your hand underneath a belly of your dog if you want to just help with the manoeuvre a little bit into the bow position. Or you can use the platform to raise those back legs so that the weight differentiation will go onto the elbows at the front, and so we'll get the bow itself. Thank you for watching. Video 2, figure of 8s. I'm going to work with Izzy today, and I'm going to teach you how to do a figure of 8. I'm going to get Izzy to start the trick by being at my side. And sit. Good girl. I'm going to have treats in 2 hands. Nice and tasty. This is what we need. And I'm going to lure Izzy through my legs and round my legs. So starting off, taking my hand through, luring Izzy round. Good girl. And giving her a treat. Then taking my other hand, taking that through my legs. Izzy. Izzy. Pulling her through and back to where she started from. And that would be the trick. So we'll try this again. So hand through, bring her around the front, swapping hands, taking her around the back and finish in position. Good girl. Now what problems could you have? Well, your dog could be leg shy. By that I mean they don't like to be too close to your legs. So to improve your dog's confidence, what you can do is make a little game of actually getting the treat, throwing it through the legs, and do this a few times to make it look as though it's a game, so that your dog gains confidence. The other thing is, rather than do 2 legs, use 1 leg, guide them through, the other leg guide them through, again until they're confident in doing that behaviour. Lots of treats and lots of praise. What a good girl. So that's problem solving. We'll do the trick one more time. Starting off at the side with a sit. Legs apart. 1 hand through the legs. Izzy. Calling Izzy through and round. Swapping hands. Bringing her through. And to sit and finish. And that's the end of the trick.